Hey, what is up, guys? It's Undead853 here. Welcome back to DeadOunce, episode 4. I'm with my co-host, Big Ounce. Big Ounce, you gonna get us started?
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is DeadOunce, or Flash7656, and for today, I really wanted to talk about Michael Keaton's canceled movie that it was supposed to be about Batman Beyond, I believe. Batman Beyond. I
Yeah.
don't really know much about this, so I'll have you explain.
Well, have you seen Batman Beyond or anything? Do you know anything about Batman Beyond?
I've watched a little bit, like a couple of episodes of the original show.
It was gonna be perfect, Big Ounce.
Not really
It
too
was.
much.
It was gonna be perfect. Down to the last minute detail. It was literally gonna be it's. I assume they're gonna do based off the animated show, which Batman Beyond, if for viewers who are unaware, takes place in the future. I believe they call it Neo Gotham or something like
It's
that.
old.
Yeah, and Bruce Wayne is old, and he tries to be Batman when he's old, but he can't do it. So then he has to pull out a gun at one point, and then he's like ashamed, so he stops being Batman. And then this kid named Terry McGinnis.
That's the most. That's like
What's that? What'd you say?
the fact that he pulled out a gun is like the most Thomas Wayne level shit I've ever seen.
Yeah. So he pulls out a gun because he's having like a heart attack or something, or something wrong with his heart because he's old. And then Terry McGinnis, this kid.
He's having a heart attack, so he pulls out a gun.
Well, no, because oh yeah, sorry. The context of the scene. So he's being Batman and he's saving.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
The context of the scene is he's saving some woman who's been kidnapped, and so he's fighting a bunch of guys, and he like starts having like a heart attack because he's old. So then he pulls out a gun and one of the henchmen, and then that henchman gets all scared, and then he saves the girl, but he feels bad about it and guilty, so he like puts the suit away. He's like, never again. And then, like I said, some teenager named Terry McGinnis. He's kind of have like a rough childhood, and he's kind of like a bad apple, as people would say. And he breaks into Bruce
Like
Wayne.
a Jason Todd type.
Yeah,
guy,
pretty
right?
much like Jason Todd. And he breaks into the Batcave somehow. I can't remember why, but he somehow breaks in, and he steals the bat suit. And then Bruce is like, oh, like, that wasn't cool, give the suit back. And then eventually they end up working together. So basically the show is basically Terry McGinnis is Batman in the future, and Bruce is like the Alfred or the Oracle, the one who's behind the scenes on the computer guiding Terry. And I really like the animated movie Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, where the Joker actually comes back to life and Terry and the Joker fight, and I thought it was really dope. So I know for years people have actually asked for Michael Keaton to come back as Batman, but they think it would be unrealistic because he's old. He's like in his 70s, I think. So Batman Beyond would have been perfect if they would have had him just mentor. Yeah. So.
Yeah,
Um,
but they could have done a like Dark Knight Returns kind of thing, or like because in the Dark Knight Returns, he's also old, but he's like still doing stuff. It even goes head to toe with fucking Superman.
yeah, that's what I
Dark
said.
Knight Returns.
I said that to my brother. My brother's like, "Oh, it's not realistic because Michael Keaton's like in his 70s, and he's like really short. Like he's not as tall as the other Batman, so it wouldn't look realistic." I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they'd somehow be able to make it work with camera angles and make him seem intimidating. But yeah, I feel like
Well, that's
what's that?
that's bold coming from a Flash fan.
Yeah, I feel like Batman Beyond would have been perfect for Michael Keaton. Like I said, if they wanted to do, where he's just behind the scenes guiding Terry. But I also think Dark Knight Returns could have worked too. They could have made Keaton a badass. I mean, come on, it's Michael Keaton. Um, but it sucks that they canceled it because I like obviously we
Play the Vulture.
yeah, he played the Vulture, but we didn't even know it was in development either. And I feel like if fans would have known that, I feel like they would support it. Um, because it's something different too. It's, you know, it's not the same. I mean, I like the Batman films, but like it's not just Bruce Wayne fighting crime. It's passing the torch on to somebody else, and Bruce Wayne is still in it. He's the mentor, and it could be like its own thing. Like it doesn't have to take place in the main DC continuity. It could be like an Elseworld or just its own thing, like the Joker movies and uh, the Batman and shit like that. But I highly recommend you watch Batman Beyond, though. It's really good. Um,
I'll check it out.
yeah, I think they released it on Blu-ray recently, so I picked it up and I watched some of it. But it takes place in the same animated universe as like Justice League and Batman the animated series and Superman the animated series, stuff like that. It actually they reveal. Actually, no, I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it. Just watch it. But you have to watch Justice League Unlimited too. To what they reveal.
Oh,
Yeah, you have to watch like the last episode of Justice League
well,
Unlimited, I think.
just spoil it.
Huh?
Spoil it.
I think
Just
they
spoil it.
reveal
I don't really give a shit.
they reveal somehow that Bruce is like somehow like kind of in a way Terry's father. Because Terry McGinnis has a dad, but he gets murdered.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so somehow I can't remember how, but I think like Terry's dad. I don't even remember his name. He went to like, if I remember correctly, if people watch the show, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Something to do with Terry's dad goes to like get a needle for something, like maybe he like, gets like a flu shot or something, and then like Amanda Waller like put in like Bruce's DNA in Terry's dad, because Terry's dad's like I think like he has like brown hair, or he's like a ginger, and Terry and his brother they all have black hair like Bruce, and their mom has like red hair too, and so I think it's supposed to be like some of Bruce's DNA was in Terry's. And then Amanda Waller like hired the Phantasm to like try to kill
The fuck?
Terry's parents so they can create like the ultimate new Batman, because they think Batman's like a DNA thing. Um, so she hires somebody to try and kill. She hires a Phantasm to try and kill Terry's parents, and then the Phantasm like just doesn't do it because she has like a morality, I guess, to her, so she doesn't do it. And then, but sure enough, he ends up becoming Batman later. But like, technically, I think it's revealed that he's like technically Bruce Wayne's son because Bruce's DNA is still in him, but he also has the DNA of his parents. But still, it was just a trippy episode. I think that's how it went, but I'd have to watch it again. But the animated,
Whatever the writers were smoking, I want it.
yeah, I don't know how they come up with that stuff. I highly doubt they would have done that in the movie, though. I think it would have just been Terry fighting crime and Michael Keaton as the mentor. I highly doubt they would have like delved deep into the comic lores and stuff. Is there anything you want to say about the Michael Keaton Batman Beyond movie? Like, would you have been interested in seeing that, or I would have been?
Personally, yeah, very, very would have been excited to see that. Especially since Michael Keaton, I like some of his movies. He played the Vulture in Spider-Man. I think he was okay, but he was amazing as the original Batman. But yeah,
Yeah, he was like one of my favorite. I think he is one of my favorites. Um, I just really liked what he did in the first two Batman films, and it's cool that he's coming back. But then I heard something that they're saying that he's going to be the main like DC extended universe Batman, like the Batman like with Jason Momoa, Aquaman, and shit like that. So people were kind of like, what? Like, why would they do that? But who knows what DC's doing? I don't even know what they're doing. But yeah, is there anything you want to add to that, or?
I don't really want to add anything, but one of the things I wanted to talk about is Microsoft offering Nintendo 10-year deal for Call of Duty. I think they're also doing this with Steam, I believe. Um, yeah,
Yeah, I think they offered
and
everybody
they
10 years, didn't they? Did they offer everybody
yeah,
10 years?
except Sony are like the only one declining. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sony was like the first one, but like they declined it and shit.
Yeah,
Nintendo, I don't remember if they accepted it or not. Steam, I know for sure have done that.
yeah,
It's fucking Steam. Like they have a really good relationship with Microsoft because of the putting Game Pass on Steam Deck and shit, or just regular Steam. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know if Sony declined it or if they just didn't even give an answer. Yeah, I honestly can't remember. You'd have to look into it, but I know they offered Nintendo because they were saying for the Activision deal, right? So, and then you see comments like, "Who's gonna play Call of Duty on the Switch?" But I'm like, I mean, if someone only has a Switch and they want to play Call of Duty, like, it's good for them.
if Call of Duty can be on the Wii, then it for sure can be on the Switch.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um,
Wasn't
but yeah,
there wasn't there a Call of Duty on the DS?
yeah, there was. I had some of them. You had to like use the stylus to turn the camera and shit. But I mean,
Oh my god.
yeah, I mean, I don't understand why. It's like frustrating because Sony's being very petty and like, they're like, oh, this deal's gonna ruin the industry, and it's like, not really. It's like every company has exclusives. That's the thing. Um, so they offered 10 years to like you said to Nintendo, Steam, and Sony, but Sony I think is the only one that hasn't answered, and I just think that's strange. Like if I was them, like if I was Sony, I would just take it then. Like if you're so worried about it, at least you're still getting 10 more years of Call of Duty, right? Like what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. Well, I think Sony they're like trying to decline everything so like they can look like the victim or something. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. And then, like I said, they're just trying to. Phil Spencer made a comment. It was I think he said something like Sony's goal is to make Xbox smaller or something like that. Did you see that on Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're just trying really hard to botch this deal. And even at the Game Awards, Microsoft didn't even show too many games, and I think it's because they don't want to show too much shit. And then the people who are is it FFC or something like that? Do you remember the name? Um, I can't.
The FTC.
Yeah, FTC. The FTC will be like, holy shit, they have a bunch of games, and then they're buying Activision, and so then they'll say, oh, that's a monopoly or something stupid like that. So I think Sony's just being petty. Like I said, they have so many different exclusives, and they should just get over it already. um, because the Sony fanboys are upset about it too. Like they're like, "Oh my god, Monopoly!" It's like the Microsoft fanboys don't cry and bitch when, when Sony buys Bungie and shit like that. So I don't know. That's pretty much all I have to say about that one. I don't really know what else to say about that one.
Um, yeah, I don't really have any. I don't have anything to say. Um, Over on the topic of Microsoft and shit. Uh, Microsoft is at the Game Awards. They were a no show. No Microsoft games at all. The Game Awards were announced.
Yeah, yeah, it's like what I was saying. They didn't really show. Did they show? Like they didn't show anything. I don't think. Right? Like I didn't watch all the Game Awards. I just saw the ending. Really. But did Sony even really have a presence at the Game Awards? Do you know? Did you watch the full thing?
Yeah, I watched. Actually, now that I think about it, I didn't watch shit. I saw all the announcements, and I watched a bit of like the last part with the Elden Ring winning and the Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton kid.
What even is that kid's name? Did they figure out anything yet? I heard he got arrested.
No,
I don't even.
I forgot his username on Discord, but there was a photo
Uh,
showing that that one of the guys on the Discord chat was the guy who went up on stage, and yeah, I don't remember it, but yeah.
so was he just saying random shit like the whole like Bill Clinton? Like was he just saying random shit, or like did he have like a message or meaning behind what he was saying? And yeah, do you know?
If I recall, if I recall, like from the Discord thing, it was just like all a joke. He just wanted to do it for shits and gigs.
Yeah,
But yeah,
and the fact that like nobody even noticed that there's a kid on the stage behind a bunch of grown men.
I swear to God, Yazaki just like just stood there and didn't even notice he was there.
Yeah, he was just like
He really
confused.
thought it was one of the people on the team. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean the Game Awards itself.
everyone was so casual about it.
Didn't they clap for the kid too? Did they clap for him?
I don't remember actually.
I thought I heard someone say they clapped for him.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay,
I
interesting.
mean, personally, I would have.
Yeah, I mean it was interesting and like kind of funny to say the least. But the Game Awards itself, did they even have like any really big title reveals? What was it, Death Stranding 2? What I remember. Did they reveal anything else?
Yeah, yeah. It was Death Stranding 2. Then they also actually, yeah, fuck it, never mind. I don't remember. I know there was this whole like, um, uh, this like whole like Genshin Impact thing where it won like Players' Choice Awards and Sonic fans got real pissed off.
I honestly thought God of War was gonna win the Game of the Year because it won like so many fucking awards from what I saw. It was like best voice actor, best I don't know, best soundtrack. I think was one of them, and I think it won like 10 awards. Um, like 10 awards out of like however many awards they gave out. Let's say they gave out like 30. It's like they won like 10 of the 30, and you're like, holy shit! I thought they were gonna win the Game of the Year. Um, but the funny thing is, Elden Ring won Game of the Year. Have you even played that game, Elden Ring?
I actually own it, yeah.
Is it good? Like, would you say it's Game of the Year?
Uh, wouldn't say it's Game of the Year because personally, I got Elden Ring because of the whole hype, and I've never played a Dark Souls game before, and it was just because like I just kind of wanted to like have something to talk about with other people. Um, yeah, I only got personally, it's not my preference. I'm not a fan of like really long games. Besides, like Breath of the Wild and Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 being my favorite game of all time. But like Elden Ring is like really time consuming,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just that it gets real boring like real quickly. So I personally, it's not my game of the year, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
So
can see why people enjoy it. It's really something you should play on like on your own time, but not something to like yeah. It's just because like I grinded for hours and I'm still shit at the game. Like, I've gone almost nowhere. I'm just like it's taken too long for me to get anywhere. So it's been like 4 months since I last played Elden Ring
mm.
because I just straight up gave up. It's just too hard for me.
so what would you say is your Game of the Year then?
I actually didn't really buy any like new games this year, but personally, I'll just say Elden Ring because it was
Yeah.
the only one that I play. I didn't get to play Ragnarok, so
Yeah. I think the only new games I got to play this year was maybe Gotham Knights. I didn't even beat that one, and the new Call of Duty. I think that's about it. So, like, I haven't really played anything this year.
yeah,
But the game, like, I can't believe they announced Death Stranding too. Like, that game actually sold well. Like, from my understanding, it was just a mailman simulator. So, I'm just surprised that it's
yeah. I
getting
thought
a
a lot of
sequel.
people hated it, so
Yeah, but I think a lot of people like Kojima a lot. So, and they think he's like a
well, I mean
masterpiece
it's
writer.
Kojima.
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
mean, this guy made Metal Gear, so I mean, yeah, he made Metal Gear, Parasite Eve. I
Hmm.
think he made yeah. He also made another series. I don't fucking remember. I was about to say Silent Hill, but I know he was only making Silent Hill like the new one that got
Yeah,
canceled.
yeah, Silent Hills or whatever. Um, but over,
It was just called like PT.
yeah. But what were your thoughts on the Game Awards from what you saw? That was it boring? Was like, what do you think?
Personally, the only interesting part was the Reformed Orthodox kid. That was really the only thing eventful. Like the Game Awards are so boring for me because it's just the same thing over and over again where they just announce games and shit. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't care to watch it. I was kind of just um, listening, like tuning in every once in a while for the actual announcements, but there wasn't really. I mean, we got to see a new clip of the Mario Brothers movie. That was kind of cool. Um, but yeah.
Yeah, but it really wasn't. Yeah. But it was mostly an extended scene that we saw from the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't really miss anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what to say about the Game Awards? Just that the kid was basically the most interesting part.
He was the only like unique part.
Yeah. Yeah. He definitely was. Um. So I believe you wanted to talk about something else, right? Just a little bonus thing.
uh, yeah, a little bit of a bonus. It's not really related to anything we talked about, but we were talking about kids. Well, technically teens, but talk about how last year my friend almost killed an old woman and almost got me killed one time. That actually happened recently.
Yeah, I definitely want to
So,
hear this. What the fuck?
uh, to start this story off, just to let you know, this is the same guy. He almost killed an old woman. He almost got me killed 2 different times.
All right.
Um, Last year, this bitch, right? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this like old woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went to the Sobeys nearby our school.
Mm-hmm.
This is back in middle school. Just we went to go grab some like drinks and shit. And just get out, head back to school before the bell rings. And there was an old woman in the way, and he was so like fed up with like the woman being so slow. He literally ran and almost pushed the woman out of the way. He like straight up pushed the woman out of the way.
Really?
The guy beside me told me to go up to the guy, go up to my friend, and call him a jackass. But holy shit, I really can't believe he did it. Now for the second time, um, uh, um,
The second story with the
uh,
guy almost got you killed.
yeah, the guy who almost got me killed. That was the same guy, friend.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we it happened recently, but we went bowling,
Mm-hmm.
and basically, after that. After bowling, his house is like nearby the bowling alley, so we went to go walk over to his house,
Mm-hmm.
and while we were about to cross the street, some drunk motherfuckers, they looked underage as shit. I don't know. They were like 18, 19, 20. I don't know. Um, they came up in a truck, and they yelled like something. I think they yelled bitch at us,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the guys got out of the truck, and like went up to him and told him uh, I don't remember. It was something like, "Hey, you give me a hug" or something. And like drunk guy got out of the truck and went to go. And my friend, being the motherfucker that he is, agreed. Gave each other a hug,
What
and
the
like
fuck?
the green light went on, so we had to cross the street.
Mm-hmm.
Then, right after the guy went back in the truck, uh, I swear to God, the second we crossed the street, their guys like swerve into us and try to hit us.
What
Got
the
arrested like
fuck?
2 seconds later because the cops are like right there. The cops are like right in that area, so they got arrested like couple of minutes after.
Jesus
Jesus Christ! I
Christ.
swear to God, that's like the last
Yeah.
time I'm hanging out with him.
Yeah. That kid.
Yeah,
That guy keeps trying to get you killed, man. Keeps trying to. That guy keeps getting you into bad situations. I mean,
yeah.
that must have been pretty
Kind of funny
scary.
because one time yeah, kind of funny, but one time I like hit him in the back of the neck and he got knocked out. So I
You're,
think it's maybe retaliation for that.
yeah, you're just too strong, big ounce. You, yeah. So those were some bonus
Well,
stories, right?
yeah, but yeah. No, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a really short episode.
Yeah. So I just want to say, yeah, this is just a short episode because Soggy and JD they're out ill. So we just thought we'd record a quick episode 4, and then for next week, episode 5, expect at least 3 of the 4 of us. I would say 4 of us will be here. What do you think, DeadOunce? Do you think all 4 of us will be here? Or you think it'll just be 3 of us, or what do you think?
Chances are gonna be 3 of us, but like if we're lucky, 4 of us.
Yeah. I think there'll be 4 of us at least, or at least 3. Hopefully 4. We'll shoot for that. So yeah, we just wanted to record this, just talk about those topics that interest us for this week. So this has been episode 4 of the DeadOunce podcast. I'm Undead853. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And my co-host DeadOunce, is there anything you want to say before we wrap it up here?
I don't really got anything to say.
All right. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week for our 5th episode. All right. Take care. Bye.
Yes.